Thank you.
And both of you are coming to Atlanta in 2013. Who says 13's unlucky? What I say is you're such a prolific voice actor. You know, up in everything from major roles to bit parts. And it's always like that other guy. I pick you out just suddenly and unexpectedly. And whether it's, you know, some slightly major role like Grunt or like the short-lived commander in Ace Combat 5, whenever I hear your voice, I just know this guy is going to be a badass.
Oh, nice.
It's just an automatic prompt. But since you've been so prolific, I was wondering, has there ever been a role that was really just like unexpectedly fulfilling for you? You invest in everything.
Yes, many. Well, Leron again. I love playing that character just because he's so different from everything else I played. Guillemon was one, just because I don't get to play a lot of really lighthearted characters. And I just did a couple of roles for Doc McStuffins. And I'm singing in this thing. I've seen kangaroos and some other characters. It was unbelievably fun. I've never done anything like that before. So, I mean, they're all fulfilling in different ways. They kind of fulfill different parts of my dark heart. You know, anything that lights up a little section in there is good for me.
Speaking of your dark heart, did we hear your best evil laugh?
Oh, man.
Yes.
My good one.
My best evil laugh?
Yes.
I don't know if I give you my best evil laugh because I saved that for the big money.
Thank you again so much. Thank you for coming to Atlanta and taking the time out of your very...
Thank you for having me. Thank you. Howdy.
Holy flying bisons are awesome!
Wow, that was your outside.
Actually, that was my inside voice. But, crap, we took all the good questions. Okay, I guess first, what's it like being the face of Wolverine, pretty much? Well, essentially, definitely.
Well, he's got a much prettier face than I do. So I'm happy to be the voice behind Wolverine and not necessarily the face of him, but that was a dream come true for me. One of my first jobs at 12 years old was working in the comic book section of my grandfather's bookstore in Hollywood. And I used to rifle through all the comics as they're coming in, and one of my jobs was to sort comics and put them in their proper places. And this was before Wolverine. I'm a really old guy. But I've always had a love for comic book heroes. And, you know, when Wolverine did show up later on, I was an instant fan. And I've always loved that voice, and reading the comics even later on in my life. As I do things, as I'm reading them, a voice pops up in my head. I can't help it. It's just an automatic reaction. And that voice just kind of came up. Wow, that was scary. That voice just sort of came up naturally as I'm reading it through, and that's the voice in my head, and that's what came out. And getting to actually play that and get paid to do that is an unbelievable, awesome experience. So, you know, I'm grateful for it. Every time I get to play Wolverine, I'm grateful for that moment, as I am with every job. But, you know, Wolverine is one that's very close to my heart.
Also, I'd just like to say that I can share with growing up as the fat kid on the block that nobody really likes.
Yeah, but look at you now, right? You're surrounded by friends who appreciate you and accept you exactly as you are.
Alright, one last note. You still keep up with comic books, right?
No.
Okay, so I'm guessing you didn't know about Kurt Wagner.
No.
Ah.
Wow, way to bring down the room, dude.
Sorry.
No, I didn't know that. I'm sorry.
But I guess that's it. You're awesome. Keep doing what you're doing, and maybe someday we can team up.
Thank you. Awesome. All right.
There's another Kurt Wagner.
Yeah, okay.
What's up?
Hey, nothing. I'm just sitting here hanging out with you guys.
Is that your Dr. Wilford impression?
I have no idea. Just it happens, you know, all by itself. And it didn't even come out of my mouth that time.
First off, you've heard this 1,000 times. Great job. Know you from everything. Voice anime, my childhood. Probably one of my favorite roles is Jamie from Megas XLR.
Nice! Nice! I love Jamie.
Okay, yes, he's just so fun to watch. And then also, of course, Spike, love him, and Leron.
And so, we screwed in, give it a hard manly twist, okay?
So I was actually wondering, what would a typical conversation between the three be like?
Wow. Wait, Spike, Lee, Ron, what was the other one?
And Jamie.
Oh, Jamie, right. Oh, man. All right, who are you guys and what are you doing in my ship?
Well, I noticed this nice pair of shoes. And I was just wondering if I could borrow them for the night.
Cool! Green skin, hot space chick, nice!
Thank you for coming over. You're the best team.
Thank you. That didn't go well at all. Hi!
I'm Chris Hackford, but most people know me as Al here.
Hey, Al, what's up?
Well, first and foremost, let me ask you, how did you get started?
Well, I was born in a field in the middle of Iowa. No, I got started in a really weird way. I was working as a driver in a mailroom at a low-budget sci-film company, and I had the deepest voice in the room, so they asked me again to try out for this part of a creature called the Zoonoid in a show called The Guyver. And I was a musician at the time. I was starving, and they said they were going to give me free breakfast and lunch if I came to the studio. So I thought that was a great deal, and I could yell. So I went in there and I said, and I could match the lip flaps doing it. So they said, "Okay, you're hired." And so I worked on that show for like 26 episodes, and I stole everything I could from all the other great actors in the room because I was the only non-actor. And by a few episodes in, they gave me a speaking role, and I became Guyver 3 and Agito, one of the main bad guys in the show. And then I just learned how to voice act on the job, stealing from everybody. Awesome, being fun.
And then a question for me and my friends have argued about this countless times about Toonami.
Mm-hmm.
Are we on Tom 3.5 or Tom 5?
At this point, 5. Yes.
And
I guess, I don't know. I don't classify this stuff. Ask the Toonami guys tomorrow, they'll give you a better answer. But so my understanding is 3.5.
And I also wanted to thank you. You inspired me to want to become a voice actor when I grow up and I'm on my own.
Awesome.
And I wanted to ask if I could shake your hand.
Absolutely. It's kind of sweaty, isn't it? It is. Wow, awesome. Well, good luck with that, dude. Hi. I'm doing very well. How are you?
I'm pretty good.
Excellent hat, by the way.
Thank you very much. I'm a big fan of you, of course, like everybody else in here is. My favorite character also is Jamie, but I also have to say I love your Star Trek. And how fun was that working with like the originals from the 80s Transformers?
We're like little kids in that room. The first couple of days of recording, we had to go over the fanboy thing. I mean, all of us are sitting there just in awe of Frank Welker and Peter Cullen, and those guys are really good friends, and to watch them play is an amazing thing. In fact, they would go into some crazy comedy routine and they would go off for about 20 minutes, and we just sit there like little kids going, "Yeah, more, more." It's incredible, and every single session was like that. They're the best of friends, and we've all become really close on that cast too. So I'm still inspired and in awe just being in that room and breathing the same air. So, and with everybody in the cast is like that for me now.